Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the J Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. Guys, Ishi should be here after the first half, so I want to thank you all so much for tuning. Do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also, follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also, follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Guys, listen, tonight's episode of the J Spot is being brought to you by Delaware Inc. So we'll have the link in our comments. So do me a favor, go to his page, place your order today. He has some cool summer apparel. That's Delaware, DALE, Wear Inc.com. And you can place your order today. Use reference code J, and that's JAYE. Guys, we have so much to talk about, and I am excited. I am ready to get started. So listen, guys, the first hot topic. See, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's about to be some bull tonight. Okay, just beware. It's about to be some crazy stuff. So listen, guys, the first hot topic. Okay, so the mother, she receives child support for her child. So the child goes and spends the summer with the father for the summer. So the child is spending the summer with the father. So question is, since the child is with the father for the summer, does the child support stop? Should he keep his child support if the child is with him for the summer? So the child, again, is with the father for the summer. Should the child support remain with the father if the child is with the father for the summer? You all listen. Okay, let's just talk about this. Okay, so it doesn't really work like that legally. Now I know you all are going to be like, now JC, there you go with that bull. No, let me just tell you, because here's the deal. It takes about 6 months to a year to even get an appointment to modify the child support. So who's about to keep running back and forth to court for a child support order? So if a child support order is in effect, then the child support is in effect. You can't go to court to have it modified and say, well, since the child is with me for the summer, then I think I should get the child support through the court systems. On the flip side, I do think that it's no more than fair. Here's the deal. The child support is for the child. But guys, come on. At the end of the day, it's a case by case scenario, because I can say, okay, for a household where there is just that one child and the mother is not really dependent upon that child support to take care of the other kids, then of course, it should go with the father. Now, let's be realistic. And I know some of y'all are going to beat me up for this next statement that I'm about to make. However, when there's a household with multiple children, we got to be honest. That's not always the feasible thing to do, because at the end of the day, she's depending on that child support. Listen, I didn't make the situation. So here's the deal. Don't go, well, that's my kid money. She can't be taking care of her other kids, with my child support. You're right, sir. But you laid down with her. So you knew that she had other kids before you gave her yours. So you can't, don't get mad at the messenger because you already knew how she was living before before you guys had your kids. So you can't be surprised that she's going to divvy up your child support that you're sending for your child. If there are multiple kids involved, if she's a good mother, she's gonna divvy that money out. That money is not only going to take care of your child. Unfortunately, again, on paper, that's what's supposed to happen. But if we're being realistic and if we're being real, that's not always happening. If there are more than one kid in the house, then that money is being flipped three ways. Your child support is being flipped three ways. So again, I really don't feel like there's one cut and dry answer for that particular scenario because each family, each situation is different. But I'll give this example. If there's a family where there's just that your one kid, she doesn't have any other kids, then of course, you should be able to she should be able to give you that child support money while the kid is with you for the summer. However, the flip side is if she has multiple kids, yes, sir, that's not going to happen. I can already tell you that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen for her giving you that child support when she has other kids that are with her still. So you may have your kid, but she got 3 or 4 other kids that she got to take care of. So of course, your child support is not coming back to you. Listen, I didn't make the situation. You got to understand, if you walked into that situation and you knew she had other kids, then look, being real, what do you expect? She neither call her other kids dead. It's true. This is very well true. But at the same time, while she's making that call, her other kids are not gonna go without because you took this one. Because only thing I can see her saying is, okay, well, you know what? The kid can't come with you for the summertime because I can't afford to give you this child support back. Is that right? Absolutely not. It's not right. But again, it's a very finicky situation because when you're talking about all of these kids and just see, this is what the problem is with having, being baby mamas and baby daddies. You come into these type of situations and it's just like there is no cookie cutter answer. I wish that there was an easy answer, but what I will say is let's be grown about it and let's try to come to some sort of common ground. Let's try to compromise. Let's try to come to an agreement where it'll work out for both people involved. It'll work out for the mom, it'll work out for the dad, and nobody walks away with rocks in their jaws. But if you're thinking that, oh well, since the kid is with me for the summer, good luck with that in court, because again, it's going to take you at least 6 months to a year just to get a court date to try to get that modified for the summer for 2 or 3 months. And then you're right back in court trying to get it remodified back to. So they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But again, hopefully that's something that you as the parents should be able to sit down and have a conversation. And again, it's such like it's a foreign thought and a foreign concept to have a conversation with a person that you got kids with. Now, see, here's the deal. It was all good when you hanging from the chandelier. Oh, baby. It was all good. See, everybody know how to talk. We know how to answer our text messages. We know how to get bus fare to get to wherever you are to get a little piece. We know how to do all of that. We know how to get babysitters for the kids that we do have. We know how to do all of that when we trying to get a piece. But once you done got a piece and now you found you a new piece and you no longer want this piece, now it's a problem. Now we can't answer our phone. Now we forget how to move around. Now we forget how to do all of these things because we got obligations and we got ties with these people. But we got to start thinking about that before we start just losing ourselves in a moment. Because listen, Losing yourself in the moment is what's causing you to be on child support. Losing yourself in the moment is what's causing her to have to flip your money three ways, to divvy it out. And you want it for the summertime. So we got to take a little bit more responsibility in the way that we are procreating. Because again, to get your money back or get your child support back for the summer, it's unrealistic. And I can just tell you 99.9% of the time, it's not going to happen through the courts. But again, a case by case situation, if you and the mother are able to sit down and come to some sort of agreement, which would be better for both parties involved, if you guys can come to some sort of agreement, if it's feasible for her to do in her household. Now, again, I know, and you're valid and you're right in what you're saying. Jay, that money that I'm paying, that's supposed to be for my one child. I get that. I totally get that. However, you got to understand that you walked into a situation and you had kids with somebody that had some more kids. So, theoretically, I mean, it sounds good to say, okay, well, this child support is only going for my one kid, but realistically, that money going to be chopped up and it's going to go however it needs to be divvied out throughout the household, because at the end of the day, your child still needs lights. Your child still needs food. Your child still needs, gas, and the rent still got. So it's a lot of things, food and shelter. It's a lot of things that come along with taking care of a child, that when you have that child for the summer, you're going to see, okay, well, Dad, the little dog. Let me ask this, fellas, for those that may be paying child support, do you ever sit back and say, like, if you got your kids and you said, Dad, I don't give her enough. I mean, man, I'm struggling trying to get by on taking care of my kid, and I'm putting out more than what I'm giving her in child support. Do you all ever think about that? And if so, do you move to action to rectify those things on your own, or do you just say, oh, well, okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. Do you guys think like that? And then, ladies, do you think sometimes man, you know what? He do got a lot going on. You know what? I ain't even finna do this to him, because, it's not that type of situation. It's not the type of party for me. Okay, you find a way where you find out where you can get some more money, and you man, I'm gonna stick it to him. And I'm gonna be honest, I had plenty of situations where I was able to do that, but I didn't do that because my thing was this. First of all, I already knew, had I went on to pursue more money, I believe in karma. I believe in what you put out there, it comes back to you. So I'm like, if my sole purpose of going down there to get all of these increases was to stick it to them, then you know what? Guess what? When all the stuff that I'm working on, my businesses and things like that, I'm gonna lose out because I'm putting out all that bad negative energy. Most people would say, oh, well, Jay, that don't got nothing to do with it. That's child support. And he was paying a nice amount. And I was cool with what it was that I was getting. And I knew that anything else, it would be because I was sticking it to him. And I realized that he had other responsibilities and other kids and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm not trying to, see no other kids go without and this and that, and you may say, oh, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me as long as me and mine taken care of. Well, I don't think like that. I don't think like that. These kids did not ask to be brought into these messy type of situations. So sometimes it has to be a bigger person in a situation to help rectify and make things, smoother. Because again, at the end of the day, we don't have to be enemies because we ain't together. It's a business deal going wrong. So we got to take care of our responsibility. The contract that we signed, which is our kid, I look at it like that. As a kid, we entered into an agreement and we have to both do our part to fulfill this agreement. So again, it would be nice to get your little child support back over the 2 months. But again, realistically, it's not going to happen. So you all let me know, what do you think? If a child goes with the father for the summer, should the mother give him the child support for the months in which he is in paying with the kid is with the father for the summer? Should they give them the child support? Should that mother give the father the child support for the summer? Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to cover. You don't want to miss it, so stay tuned. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Loving you has always been easy because it's true. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't have believed if someone would have told me you would come along. Oh, to revive my soul, cause I was knowing love, my heart had grown cold. So cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Oh yeah, yeah. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love sex. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah, said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, so easy to love, easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy cause you're beautiful.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. On IntellectualRadio.com, we are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jaye. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, Sizzling, Sexy, Simply E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kitten. Hey E, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Good, you looking all glowy. I mean, wow, she just come back up in here just popping like, yeah, what? How's everything been going?
It's been great. I had a wonderful date last night. So
Oh, did you?
I did.
Do you want to share?
It was really cool. We went to a steakhouse and I let them know, listen, I'm not a little salad girl, I like salads. Those are cute. But I didn't get the size of eating salads. I like eating food. He's like, okay, get whatever. Okay, I'm letting you know. I said, or get that porterhouse right there. He's like, I have one too. All right, then we in the same boat. Right. And we just had fun. I mean, we just talked and talked and talked. I think we wound up leaving there at the time the place closed, So we was there for like over 2.5 hours, something like that, just talking, just enjoying great conversation and stuff. And then we planned our second day for next week. So
where did you meet him at? This is new.
I
gotta get all the juice. Where?
Facebook dating.
Really?
I met him on Facebook dating. And then the small world, like I would never date somebody that lives by me or in my city and stuff because I live in Indiana and everything. And I'm like, no, it's just too close to comfort. Just in case you're crazy, whatever. Now I can't get rid of you. But he lives like literally probably about 15 minutes from me. Yeah, so I was
Oh
like,
well,
oh
I'm gonna
wow.
definitely stay tuned for this one right here because that 50, that close proximity for you be sometime that.
But it's been cool. So I gotta give a happy birthday shout out to my sister and my brother. Today is their birthday. Happy birthday, Terry and Gerald.
Happy
Um,
birthday, you all!
Tomorrow is Tyson Smith's birthday, so happy early birthday to
Happy
Tyson.
pre-birthday, Tyson. Guys, listen, we want to thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Please do me a favor, go to our page and like our page at the J Spot.
J-Spot.
Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Guys, listen. Okay. Oh Lord. Now let me know what you guys think about this. Because we good and grown, right? That's what they told me last time I checked. We good and grown. So, is there anything wrong with a woman carrying her own condoms? Is there anything wrong with a woman having her own condoms? Fellas, do you look, are you guys looking at her some type of way if she's coming prepared, or she just keeps them,
just keeping it real.
Just in case. I mean, grown and sexy. Is there anything wrong with a woman carrying her own condom? So you say no, E?
No, knock yourself out. Carry the ones that are scared, those the female condoms, they kind of scare, dude. Because they look like this big old.
Do they still make those?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
People use those?
Yes.
Oh.
They feel great.
I'm like, people use, you know what? I've never seen one up front, like a female.
It's interesting. It looks like a little tunnel thing. And then you gotta fold the bottom of it, and you put it up there, and it lays against the cervix and stuff. But when you have intercourse with the whatever, it's supposed to stay on the outside of the of your little lips down there, but it doesn't, because it's like it just looks like it's just big. Yeah.
So that's I wonder how effective are those?
They're more effective than the male condom.
Are they really? Wow. I mean, now listen, you all, I've heard of the female condoms, but I've never seen them.
Yeah, I used to use those.
Oh, wow.
Way back in the day. Way back in the day.
I've never seen it up front. Where do they even sell them at? Do they sell them at the regular, like the convenience stores, or do you have to?
I think I had got mine from like health department.
See,
like
right? Because I'm just like Noreen. That's why I really haven't seen them, because I'm like, okay, well, they're not right there, right next to the men condoms. I'm like, okay, well, what y'all doing? But my thing is this: if you grown and you know that you're active and that's what you're doing, you have to protect yourself. That's just like you not trying to have no babies, and you definitely not trying to get any STDs or anything like that. So it's like you may not use them on the first or whatever, but whenever you use them, at least you're taking the precautions to you're taking care and you're protecting yourself and your health, and you're protecting your body, and you're in control of what it is that you want. And anybody that has a problem with that, then you probably shouldn't be with that person as well. So what are you looking down on him because he got some? He bringing them out, he busting them out.
At least he use them. I'm happy you use them. That's great. You ain't just sticking your little sword every which way, all unprotected, and to come out looking all slobby and slimy and stuff.
It's just sick.
It's got a cold.
It's got a runny nose.
You sick over here
because you're sticking it everywhere, and you done beat poor Peter up. Like poor Peter he can't even work right because you done stuck him everywhere. Unprotected. Listen, he done been all up and through all kinds of forest and doggone it, deep sea diving and just all kinds of stuff, and now he's sick. Now he's just sitting there looking stupid. So it would be better if you're active and you're taking control of your future and your life and your health. Then there's nothing wrong with her carrying condoms. Again, I don't know, like there's these double standards and all these catch-22s. Like, okay, so if she get pregnant, it's her fault. If she got condoms, is she a hoe? So it's like you can't win. So what is the right thing? Like, you cannot win for losing in some of these situations. So it's just like, okay, you know what? If you think that she a hoe because she, carry her own condoms, then, you entitled to think that. But again, she won't be your baby mama. She'll just be able to go ahead on and move on to the next dude that can, appreciate her being proactive for what she knows that could possibly take place if she feeling you like that. So it's just like, look at it like this. Again, some of these guys, you want all this old-fashioned stuff. One way you want old-fashioned values, but you want her to drop it like it's hot. Make up your mind.
Drop it like it's hot, girl.
Make up your mind. You want you a streetwalker, or you want you somebody that's gonna just, be a nice prude and just, just prudish and all of this other stuff. You want
that's what they say. I want a hoe.
Yeah, that's until she start acting like a real one, and then you like, wait, this too much hoe. I wanted 50% hoe. I didn't want 100% hoe. Now she done brought out all of this stuff, but why she got to be a hoe? Because she prepared.
That she's a hoe.
She got to be a hoe because she prepared for what you. And again, most of y'all already sitting up here coming prepared to have sex on the first date. Let you shell out a couple of $100 for a date. You already expect them. Listen, as soon as you put that little raggedy little Visa, Master, Discover, American little raggedy little card down, you already looking up.
Busting down tonight.
You listen, as she sat there and ate her meal, as she was eating her dessert, you already was sitting up there. You already pictured how many different knots and positions you don't put her in.
Right,
so if she bring out the condom, is that gonna ruin it for you?
You know what you got this for? Oh, so you just be on some fast stuff, huh? Because I was gonna flip you every which right way, but the right way stuff.
You gonna do like all of this? Only God knows what you planned on doing to her. But she wrong for being prepared. Listen, filthy man, she just prepared for the filth that you about to do. So she done helped you out. She like, here you go. Use this. And then she tell you, yeah, use this. This is my favorite one. These are my, I like this kind. I like how they feel.
Right.
And then he's sitting up there. You like how it, I like that smooth glide, that smooth texture. She started telling you why she
got a little ripples up in it. See the little ridges right there? That's a little bump that could hit all the stuff. Yeah, yeah.
So, fellas, is that too?
This is lambskin. This is lambskin. This is an expensive one. It feel like
is that too much information when she break them out and they all look colorful and all of this other stuff, and she like, listen, these are the ones I don't use any other brand. This is the only brand
I'm not allergic to. Well, listen.
Right, she looking up in there. Don't let her have a little box, and then you see it's a box of hair that come with 8 or 12 in there, and you look and she only got 2. She like, can you throw this box away? You be like, what? And so would that be a turn off if it's a box and it came with 12?
Why would it be a turn off? Because she's protective. She's protective. Y'all just started dating. This y'all first time y'all about to smash. At least one thing if she say I'm pregnant, it ain't yours. Because wait a minute, you should have been using these. Did you use these kind of some other dudes? Listen, girl, just go in and just put some balloons up in there. He won't know the difference.
Right? She take them out. She put them on the nightstand. She's like, baby, can you throw this box away?
Right. He like, what?
See, y'all fellas, some of y'all a trip. Y'all be like, listen, that'll make they Harmon finna go right back to sleep because they mind finna be racing out. What she done? See, no, because men are visual. So ladies, you gotta be very, very careful when you doing stuff like this, because men, their pride and their ego, it's very, very fragile, very fragile. So you have to, listen, if the box is empty, listen, just keep it in your purse till you get to the crib and then throw it away. Don't throw it away there unless now, if you're trying to break up with him and you just trying to hit it and quit it,
huh?
then that's what you
throw this away for me. It said you got 12 condoms, man. You only had,
that's the perfect way to listen.
This the first time, man, you did it. Well, don't worry about what happened. I made water balloons with the rest of them.
Exactly. So if you trying to, listen, and he ticked you off at dinner, just have him to throw the condom box away, and that'll change his whole tone. Right. You be like, dang, you be shaking it like, dang, I thought I had some. Well, I thought I had two more.
This is old.
I thought I had two more up in here. Hold on, don't worry about it. I got some in my car. Hold on 1 second. Let me go get the other box out of my car. I could have swore I had some more up in here. I could have swore I had like 4 more. I hope this box at least had 2 more up in here. Y'all can't be sitting up in there getting y'all feelings about that. Choose which side of the coin you gonna be on. Choose a side and stick there. You can't not want her to be pregnant and getting pregnant, but then you mad because she got her own condoms. You got to make up your mind, sir, what side of the struggle you gonna participate in, but you can't. You got to choose a side and stick with it. Again, ladies, rock out. You got to take control, because again, you hear what these fellas are saying. It's your fault if you get pregnant, but then they mad if you bring condoms.
Well, what you want me to do? You want me to be pregnant or be protected? Pick a P. Pick a P. And these 3 P's you're gonna pick, between. One of them you're gonna pick which is my purse. My purse, my pearl, And then which one? Protection or pregnancy? Which one you want to go?
So choose your struggle. But you cannot be sitting up there, saying that, she wrong for getting pregnant, or it's her fault she got pregnant, but then you mad or you feeling some type of way when she break out her own condom. So again, choose a struggle, fellas, stick with it and just rock out. But ladies, protect yourselves. Protect yourselves at all costs. Control your fertility, your facility, control all of that. Because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. So if you end up pregnant, they done already told you that's your baby. I ain't want no kids. Okay, you don't want no kids. You don't want her to bring her own condoms. You don't want her to. What do you want? Listen, just go.
They don't know.
Listen, go choke the chicken and wash your kids off your hands. That's what you do, and you ain't got to worry about her having no condoms, having your babies, or none of that. Just go, kill yourself and then wash your hands. That's what. Then you flush it. Then you done. Therefore, you ain't got to worry about her having your kids. You ain't got to worry about her having no condoms. And guess what? All is well with the world. Now, guys, listen. This next hot topic, since we talking about bringing your own condoms and all of this other stuff, listen, sex, good sex, bad sex, nasty sex, sloppy sex, slow sex,
sex. Wrong.
Listen.
Stanky sex.
Oh no, y'all can keep that stanky sex.
Funky, hot, sweaty.
No,
sex.
No, that sound no.
Locker room sex. Job sex.
Jobs.
I've heard it could be.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I'm just like, I don't know. But here's the question. Now, ladies, and we've said this before. So if a man takes you on a trip, you guys go on vacation, is it expected for you to have sex with him on this trip? It's a nice, expensive trip. Are you expected to have sex with this man? He's taking you on this trip. And if it's a really expensive trip, do you go knowing that you are not having sex with him? So fellas, are you taking her on this trip expecting sex from her? Ladies, are you going on the trip expecting, I ain't sleeping with him. We can go and have fun, but I'm not sleeping with him. How does that type of situation work out in your opinion, E? And Facebook, how does that work out? Do you advise women to go on these type of trips where they know they've already, because here's the deal, let's be real. You've already made up your mind on whether or not you're going to sleep with this man or not.
Yeah.
So if you're not sleeping with him, and I'm not saying that you got to sleep with him over a trip, what I'm saying is protect yourself. It's not advisable to go out of town with somebody and y'all don't have that type of relationship. Because first of all, Why are you sleeping in the same room with them? Especially if it's a newer type relationship and you guys don't have that kind of rapport. Because now here's the deal. Some people, they have that rapport where you stayed with them, y'all done slept at each other's houses, and y'all done cuddled, and y'all done did a little, hunching and all this, but y'all ain't had sex. Y'all, you done went to first base, second base, so y'all are familiar with each other. So I think that you'll be cool in that situation because y'all already know what the deal is. He hoped that maybe the trip may, make you a little bit more excited, that you want to just say, hey, come on home. That's what he might be expecting. But he cool if you do. He cool if you don't, because he already know, listen.
She about to bust it down.
Right. She might now, but I know one thing. I'm gonna get it. That's one thing that he know that. But for a dude that you don't have no type of intimate rapport with, I wouldn't advise going.
No.
I would not advise going on that type of trip.
If I go, it's got to be understood that, and I would let him know. Listen, I'm going on this trip. Then you say you're paying for everything. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Right. We're just friends. I'm letting you know this. Okay. Because the moment you try to touch me or whatever, and I told you we ain't doing it, I'm screaming bloody murder. So don't even do it. Don't do it. You want to value our friendship and everything. We just friends. I'm not feeling you like that. I don't care if deep down inside you really, really like me or whatever. No, I just want to let's just go out and just kick it. Okay, I'm going to kick it. Don't get mad if I start dancing with Joe on the wall or whatever. Don't do all of that. Just accept the fact that you decided to pay for this trip and that was that. But this is one dude, he was like, yeah, if I fly you out, I'm flying you out to Pound Town or whatever. I was like, because she was like, if you fly me out, then I'm not about to get flown out just so we can have sex. Why are you flying me out for? He was like, I'm flying you out so you can come to Pound Town and stuff. I'm like, wow. At least,
but I can appreciate that. Being honest, though. Yes. But me, especially being in the 30 plus age range. Listen, we already know the deal. So you can't act like, oh, well, I don't know. It might not be expected, but it's definitely implied. But again, even if it's not implied as being grown, you have to protect yourself. So if he's not initiating the conversation, you got to be bold enough to admit to bring up the situation and talk about sex. I don't have a problem with it. Listen, it's going down or it's not going down. You have to have that conversation. Like so it's just like, you know what? Now, you haven't said anything about this, but before you even book the trip, let's talk about sex. I mean, I'm not there yet with you. And if you decide that you don't want to take me, I'm cool. If you decide that you want me to pay my own way, I'm cool with that. But we're going to talk about that up front, because the last thing I'm going to get somewhere is we get over here and doggone it, Alaska, Dublin, we out there in Anchorage and all this, Ohio, all this crazy stuff. And now you get mad because I'm really going to sleep. So when I say I'm going to sleep, I'm really going to sleep.
By myself in my bed, probably with Moosey.
Right. So now I don't need all of this extra stuff. So now you got rocks in your jaws because I don't want to give it up. Listen, have that conversation beforehand, because the last thing you want to do is be out of town or out of the country somewhere with somebody and they got an attitude. Y'all both, it's all this negative. Listen, I could have stayed at home for this. I could have stayed at home. So have that conversation, but let's be good and grown. Let's not go out on these trips thinking that, we coming up on man, he a sweet lick. I'm finna finesse him. I'm finna finesse. Okay, finesse. Get your end finesse, and listen, he cancel your ticket back. You know what I'm saying? Because they listen, bad. Look, okay, so don't try all of that slick stuff. It's just okay to just talk about it beforehand and let it know. Listen, we can't be so eager to be doing all of this stuff. It's like, you don't have to have sex with nobody. Take yourself on your own trip. Like, go out of town, do whatever it is that you want to do. If you feel like, you know what, I don't want to have sex with him, because you don't have to. But be prepared to pay your own way. Don't sit up here and be sitting up here going out of town, taking all these fancy trips, and then think it ain't some price to pay. Because, beloved, there's a price to pay. May cost you a little, may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. The producer, what you want to say? Because I see you raising your hand back there. What you trying to say? Why he asked her? Right. So I mean, that's the logic to it. Like,
because I want to go out of
wanted my
town.
dope company.
Exactly.
I'm dope.
High five on that.
I'm dope. That's why he asked me to go, because I'm dope. But at the same time, I'm not a dope.
Exactly.
That, you know, that I'm like, listen, I know these thighs look,
you know what?
These thick thighs look good and they tempting, you know, so we gonna have that conversation. But that's why he asked me.
This is what I'll do. We'll go, right? I'll go, right? And I'll even lay in the bed with you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a chastity belt and I'm gonna leave the key at the house. But he put himself through that.
He put himself
you
through
knew
that.
What it was when you asked me. You knew that I'm not feeling you like that. I'm letting, and I told you, and you was like, and you, no, you keep it asking me, Edra. Come on. I just want to just kick it and hang back. I'm okay.
Right, and don't and that's a lot of the times it be under that pretense. But again, if you are having that type of conversation, ladies, I say definitely you have to take it upon yourself to have that conversation just so that you can know where you stand. Because again, you don't want to get somewhere and then he get all caught up in his feelings because you don't want to do nothing with him. And then, you know, now you up here, you have an expense that you wasn't even expecting. So I would say, again, have that conversation. If he like, oh, okay, well, good. I'm glad you told me because it was going down. Cool. All right, cool. I'm not the one for this.
You set yourself up.
I'm not the one for this. But some women will go without having that conversation, and then it's awkward. Now y'all stand in the same room.
And you mad, and he mad.
I'm not going to go through all that.
Thing,
I'm personally not going through all that. Then don't take me out.
If you want to take me out for dinner, and you're gonna let me know in the get go. Listen,
see, that's why I'm like, that's I eat my own stuff. I'm like, look,
out to dinner. But if you we going on this trip, whatever, and we going on this trip, whatever, and you say, well, I want to smash. Well, bet I'm gonna stay home. Now, if you say no, I just want to just hang out with you and have a great time. Well, I'm gonna hang out with you and have a great time. Now, your intentions may be in your back of your mind. I'm hitting that. Only thing you're gonna hit is the wall
or the door.
It's just not,
you know. So it's like, listen, and you all set yourselves up for that
failure
so much because again, you look, man, like I don't even care about that. Like your little dollars and all. I'm like, listen, if I'm not feeling you, I ain't going. If I don't enjoy your company, I'm not going with you. I don't care where you're going because I just don't have time for it.
Marsha said, I wouldn't go for the sake of common sense, but the women that would go aren't wrong either.
They sure aren't. They are not wrong. But again, at the same time, is he wrong?
For expecting.
Ethically, yes. Morally, he's wrong because, okay, how you going to take her if you going to feel like that, if you taking her on a trip and she decides that she don't want to have sex with you when you get there, and then you all of a sudden you get mad and say, you know what, I'm canceling your ticket back and you got to find somewhere else to stay. You're wrong. And here's the reason why you're wrong. Because if you're putting conditions or stipulations on that little raggedy trip, let that be known up front.
Exactly.
I'm taking you on this trip because I'm expecting to have sex. If we not having sex, then don't go.
Like, no,
say that bullshit.
They don't want to say stuff up straight, but then they don't want that rejection. But then you don't want that rejection. You wrong.
You ban it anyway. You ban it anyway if you expecting her to go down there. And you buying it anyway if you expecting her to have sex with you.
Exactly.
You just ain't told her the terms of accepting it, making a deal with the devil. That's all that was. Y'all better know what these terms and conditions are. You better stop being afraid to ask questions and stop being afraid to not be asked to go. It's okay if you ain't ready for that. Cool.
You better use that thing so you can strengthen your arm. So because you're on that trip, you're gonna be just jacking off on that trip. That's all you're gonna be doing.
Don't go on no trip where, again, if you have not had that conversation, have that conversation beforehand so that you can know. Again, like Marsha said, for your own safety. Have that conversation, because again, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're stranded somewhere because you decided not to have sex. My mom always told me, you always better have your own money wherever you go and have a way back home. You always need to have a backup plan, because people will switch up on you all the time. So you always need to have your own way. So it's just not worth it.
Miss Shalita said, be big enough to state your intentions from the get-go.
Exactly.
And again, she said STFU, if you understand what that means.
Exactly, because again, it's like, if that's what you're, especially if we're good and grown,
exactly,
state your intentions. You
let
grown,
me know.
you know what you right. You know what's going down. You know what you planning. So state it.
You trying to be on the sneaker tip, you know, like we in war and this is the covert
like
mission.
She don't know, she don't know that you finna
I'm trying to just smash that ass. No, dude, no. No,
I'm about to hang over.
I'm about to
hang over the Eiffel Tower.
If I feel that that's what your intentions are, because you don't want to tell me, bet, let me plan the date for the trip. Then I got you, because you can best believe when we go on this trip, it's gonna be like a massacre all over the place. It's gonna be so bloody. It's gonna be ridiculous. we gonna say it again. Oh, that's cool. It's gonna be a bloody massacre.
And that may be that. Listen, that may be the case, but again, lay your cards out on the table. It's like, be grown enough to lay your cards on the table, whatever it is that you're expecting versus what you're not doing. Again, ladies, don't be afraid to have that invite, rescinded. If you say that, you know what, you haven't said this, but I just want to put it out there. I'm not ready for us to take our relationship to the next level. And if you don't want me to go after that, guess what? I'm okay with that as well. I'm good. So you want me to go? We cool. You don't want me to go? We cool as well. Either way it go, I'm not losing no sleep, whether I go or not.
Not a bit.
It don't even matter. It's all good. So again, don't be afraid to have those conversations, but don't be going on these trips and you sit up there, because some dudes, listen, they'll pull it. They will pull it. Let me tell you, they'll pull it. I hadn't had no situation happen like that being grown, but being in my teen years, I got put out a couple of cars because I'm like, what the heck? Sitting up there doing all, what the heck? I'm like, what you thought this was?
I've gotten put out, but not for that. I was just
man.
Left out the cars. Like I'd be like, you know what? Pull over. Like, man,
I done got put out on that west. I'm telling you, I got put out on the west side. I got put out on, what was it, Washington and Mayfield. I never forget Washington and Mayfield. He put me out the car. But what he didn't, I started walking, because first of all, from the west side, my people live over there. So I'm walking down the street. I'm walking to there's some people that had the 12 brothers. I'm walking to my people house. He know where I was going. So I seen him been in the block. I'm like, what he come back for? I'm like, oh, see, it's gonna be just real, it can be real crazy, because I'm like a couple of doors down from the house. I'm like, if I gotta take off running, it's not gonna be pretty when I get to this house. But he didn't know that I knew where he didn't know I knew I was at. But that was a learning lesson for me. I'm like, first of all, keep your mouth shut. Okay. I'm like, don't be sitting up. And then now, being grown, listen. You better get that concealing. Listen, that concealing camera. Put your hand on. Listen, all right. You mess around, okay? Y'all know what I'm saying. That conceal and carry is a beautiful thing. That's all I'm gonna say. So be careful. Be mindful getting in these cars. Be mindful going out with these people, because that was back in the day. These folks are
They're more crazy.
Extra crazy today. Yes. So just be mindful. Take care of yourself. Be responsible for your own safety, your own well-being. You cannot put your well-being and your safety in somebody else's hands, especially when you don't know them. Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have so much more to talk about, guys. So stay tuned. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
I get so lonely, can't let should never feel lonely. You don't ever wanna spend some time. I want your love in every drop of a dime. You see me calling, you should come running. Quit all that stalling, my body's calling. I got downtime, out of time. This could be so perfect for one hell of a night. Think you got a secret ease, Henny calling my club. I just wanna slow this on you, baby, we can turn it up. You had your chance, no second chances. This love I have is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone, cause I get so lonely. Can't let no anybody love me. You are the one that lives in me, my dear. I should never feel lonely. Lately your love has been on my mind. Obviously busy, I wanna unwind. Fantasizing, thinking about you. Imagine all the good. Anticipating it's about to go down. I get so lonely. Don't leave me waiting for you. I get so lonely. You had your chance, no second chances. This love I have is not for play. Under no circumstances, I'm in need of romancing. Pick up the phone, cause I get so
I'm not in. Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, Jay, and standing next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, simply E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kitten. Hey E, how you doing?
I'm great.
Good. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
All right now.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I know. Hey guys, listen, if you want to support and donate to this ministry, I will serenade you and your boo for a small fee, whatever, for occasions. I do birthdays, weddings, bar mitzvahs, cotillions. I do divorce parties.
Drugs,
I do
drugs,
baby
really.
showers. I do. I got dumped party. Feel sorry for me. Whatever it is that you are celebrating. I'm accepting. Those. We gotta. The calendar is. Is wide open.
It's
But
so open.
I'm looking forward to you all filling those
It's
dates
gonna
up.
stay
So,
open.
if you want, me to serenade your boo and all this and that, that's what I do. So just don't hesitate to, just send us an email and just say, Jay, I want you to come, bless us with your vocals and just, we can take it like that. But sitting next to sizzling, sexist, simply E, we have our guest tonight. He's no stranger to the J Spot. This is J Spot family.
Yes.
We got radio personality. We got DJ Kenny G joining us tonight. How you doing tonight?
Hey, it's good to be back, Jay.
Good.
And Miss E, I got to come see my girls.
Well, thank you. I said,
Every
we
year.
got to come on in and get you in. So do me a favor. Tell everybody about yourself, about your show, and how they can tune in to what you all have going on.
Okay, basically what right now what I got going on is I just finished the interview with the On the Scene last Friday, which went very well. I got a chance to speak to Shakita Lewis and Melba Foster, who's the program director for the show. Then I have I'm returning to the Daily Plaza this summer. I'm going to be down there August, July next month on the 23rd and September, and probably twice in September. I'm starting an after work set at the Firemen's Brigade on 8400 South on Kedzie. It's called Do What You Like Fridays. And lip sync, so you get a chance to get the microphone and try to act like you're somebody. So,
all right,
we're gonna have some fun this year.
All right, well, I can't wait to join you at the Daily Plaza. I definitely, I'm gonna have to come on, especially since work has definitely changed and it's a little bit more flexible. I have to be a little bit down there. So, tell everybody how they can get in contact with you and how they can tune in to what you got.
Basically, all you have to do is go to my Facebook page, go to Kenny DJ G Gardner, and it'll pretty much tell you every day of the week what I got going on. And then also we post in the calendar with my crew, Chicago's very own, which consists of Michael Jackson, Black Ice the Poet, and Al Greer, the voice for WVON. So we got some things coming up. We got the Bud Billiken, we got the Women's Black Expo. We got a couple of things getting ready to happen like next month.
So I'm glad. I know you're glad that the world is opening back up because last year was just something for the books. But we're definitely glad to see you and have you back with us this year. So guys, we'll have DJ Kenny G's information in the link and on our page. So guys, do me a favor, please go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at JSpot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Guys, listen, our next hot topic. Okay, listen, I don't know. It's something must be in the air this week because it's been a whole lot of bull junkie going on. So this next hot topic is no exception. So the woman, they meet off the social media dating site. And so they hook up, so they're getting ready to go on a date. So she has kids. So she tells this gentleman, they've never even been on a date yet. They ain't even got there. She tells him that one of the requirements that she has for when a man dates her is she requires them to pay for her babysitting fee. Woo!
I like that.
So she says that in order to go out with her, they have to pay for her to get a babysitter to go out on a date with them. What do you all think about that? Do you all think that that's just some fudge bull?
I like that. Or is that on a date? And so if you want me to go out with you and I have children and I don't want to leave them at home by themselves, cover the babysitting fee. That's just real. You covering the date? Why not?
No.
What do you think, DJ Kenny? Is that has baby girl just flat out lost her mind? Like, you want this man to cover the babysitting fee in order to go out on a date with you? What do you think about that?
Well, you know what? You do have to be flexible when you want to go out with a young lady and she has kids. If you really, really want to go out with her, you make that happen because in order for you to get out with her, she needs a babysitter. So if we got to break down and do that, I would do that.
See,
I would.
And so, would you do it if she asked, or would you just offer?
I would offer. I wouldn't offer, but if she asked me, I would say, yeah, I could do that.
See, you know what? And that's a really good gesture. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I did have a couple of times when my son was younger. I did have, but you all, in case y'all did not know, let me tell y'all a little secret about me. I got just a little bit of an ego, just not too much, but just a little bit. So I didn't accept it because I'm just like, I could pay my own way. And if I couldn't do it, then why no? I've always been like that.
I could do it.
Right.
I could do it.
So I couldn't do it, but he asked and I couldn't do it, but I didn't want to say I couldn't do it. So I didn't go because I couldn't do it. So I didn't go on a date because I'm just like, I didn't ask him, but we had just been missing each other. He's like, you know what? I'm going to come get you. I'm going to pay for your babysitter. I'm gonna pay because it was gonna be my mom's like, I'm gonna pay your mom to babysit the baby, and we're gonna go here and this and that. I was like, no, I got it. It's not that, even though I didn't have it, but I was making up all these excuses as to why I couldn't go. And he did it for like 2 or 3 times until I'm just like, you know what? I'm not ready. I'm just not in position to be dating right now because again, I didn't have it to be going out, He
had you. You on your girl bad.
He should have had
which would
he had her back. He just refused to take it.
You didn't want to. You just didn't.
Womp womp womp.
And here's why, which would lead, and here's why I say that, which would lead into our next hot topic. If a man is not financially stable, should he be dating? Now, I know we've talked about this, but you all keep bringing this up. So obviously it's still on y'all mind, and some folks still need to talk about this. So we're going to rehash it. If a man is not in financial position and he's struggling, should he be dating?
No.
Why not?
No. I mean, why front? Because if you don't have it, and maybe a couple of times that you go out or try to go out with her, you have it, then the next time where something special might really come up and she might want to go. And then, she give you a call like, hey, can we get together and do this? And you were like, no. And then it starts to become a habit, whereas maybe every other date or whenever he's trying to reach out to you, then you figure out, well, why all of a sudden he had money to do this, but now he don't have money to do it. Or maybe he don't want to see me. Right. I know how y'all think. Come on.
Yeah.
Listen,
to me, you already in a relationship with somebody else to me because we couldn't go out. I'm like, he was somebody else. That's why he don't want to go out. That's how I think about it. Mm-hmm. What about you, Eve? Is that a problem? Should he be?
No, you can't be dating. That's like meeting somebody in the unemployment office. No, just no.
He said no.
No,
said no. Said not at all.
So because I remember I had 2 guys that tried to talk to me, and one dude was like, "It's just so hard." This is way back in the day. It's just so hard trying to find a job and stuff. And I was like, huh? And I was like, you don't have a job? And he was on the dating site,
Mm-hmm.
He was like, nah. I stay in my family building, And
wow.
I said, I'm thinking, but you still gotta pay bills, utilities. Right. That's, my sisters and them, they cover that. I said, I gotta let you go. He was like, what you mean? I have to let you go. He was like, so you're not gonna date me because I ain't got no job? I said, yes.
Well, at least you were honest about it.
I'm not gonna sit up this. Yes, I will not date you. You have no job. I'm not paying for the dates. What are you gonna do? Sit in my face? You're not coming to my house. I'm not gonna go get you. No. And you're not even trying to go get a job. You're trying to tell me that it's so hard. Now, people who know me know that I am one that I can leave a job tomorrow and pick up another job. When I be putting my resume together, I be like, golly, these employers need to look at this resume because Edra is notorious about, let me go, gotta go. I think since we've had this show, I think I've had about 10 jobs.
Boy. You get them like that?
As a matter of fact, I just got a promotion today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So if I can leave a job and get a new job like that, you can't tell me it's hard for me to just find a job. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is, and especially now that it's 44,000 people that are unemployed right now in the United States.
Wow.
So, and you got every corner, you'll see that every business is hiring. We're hiring. They're paying above the minimum wage, the national minimum wage and stuff. So, and then people just don't want to work. So you can't tell me that you cannot find a job. You do not want to work.
Right.
Just say that.
Yeah.
Since you don't want to work and you don't want to have an income, you don't want to have me.
And here's the thing with that. So to piggyback on why I said no, like just for a man, like a man should not be dating when he's financially struggling. I'm not dating if I'm financially struggling, because here's the deal. I have a bad attitude. I'm not a good person to be around. I just don't, because I got ish on my mind and sitting up here trying to fight you off because now you horny as a toad, and I'm sitting up here thinking about my money and what I don't have and what I got to get accomplished. I'm not good company. So I don't want to date. I don't care about you talking about some, I'm gonna pay for the babysitter. I'm gonna do. Hey, listen, I don't care about that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get my stuff together. So just like if it can apply to me, then it should apply to men as well, because you got other stuff to think about. Yeah. Listen, being poor, broke, and starving ain't nothing attractive about that. No. Ain't nothing sexy about being broke. I'm sorry, it's not. Ain't nothing sexy about struggling.
But I'll even let the dudes know.
I'm not
working right now. And if they say, I don't care, I just want to take you out. Okay, bet.
I'm not good. I'm going. And I'm glad you like it. You already know how I am. I'm like,
she's so crabby.
Right. I'm just,
oh my God.
I'm just like, I don't want to, like, I just don't like, I'm like, I've had people to pay, I'll pay your way. No, I'm good. I'm good. I just don't like stuff like that. It just, like I said, I got other stuff to do. So if you are poor, broke, and starving and you ain't got no job, listen, stop chasing the booty and chase the bag. You chasing the wrong bee. Chase the bag. Stop chasing. Listen, you chasing. That's the wrong bee to be chasing, okay? I know that was slick. I know y'all like that. Chase that bag. Chase the bag. I can't focus if I know I don't receive the light bill and it got the little red thing in there, or it's the red thing stamped on. But you want me to sit up here and act like I'm horny? I'm not horny. I'm mad. First of all, I'm trying to see if I'm gonna rob your dummy.
You said you're gonna rob.
Wait a minute. So I'm just like, first of all, so I'm like, I'm not horny. That ain't
it.
That's the last thing on my mind. So I'm like, I don't understand. And my son, he always laughs at me because I'm like, I don't understand how you can be, your stuff ain't in order, but you hot and bothered. I'm just like, it don't make sense to me. I mean, like, the lights ain't on. Yeah, get your hands off me.
My lights ain't on, and you want to have to.
The rent ain't paid. Listen, do you know anytime they can come in here and do this, and we gotta go, and we in the process of jugging and getting it on, and the sheriff come and put us out on. No,
we just do it on this couch on the outside when they put us out there.
Right. But that's okay. I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm done with all of this. So that makes you shallow and a gold digger. Well, you can call it whatever you like. I'm not doing it. Like I said, for me, that applies for me as well. So if I don't have it, I don't want to go. So if you broke and you struggling financially, you shouldn't be dating. You got other things.
No, you shouldn't.
That you gotta get your priorities right. He still need love. No, you need some money.
Well, he don't need love. And Ivory said, please chase the bag. She said, but I'm sexist on that issue. I'm like, he needs to be working. Now, I just have to be between jobs, And 9 times out of 10 with a female, she's really never broke. Like she just don't want to touch that reserve. Like, right. I don't want to touch my reserves. I'd be like, but if you keep, I want to take you out. Listen, I don't have a job right now. Okay. I still want, okay, well, then, because I ain't paying no tip. I'm not paying anything. I understand it. Cool. As long as you understand, we got the understanding. Because even last night we went out and everything. And I was like, well, I believe in chivalry. He was like, well, I don't believe in going Dutch. You don't believe? Bet, high five.
Right.
I don't believe in going Dutch either. I ain't never went to the place anyway, so no, I don't believe in that. So we, he foot the whole bill. I was like, okay, because there ain't no coochie going on tonight either. Because I told him, I was like, I'm celibate. He was like, okay, we got to understand it. We is good to go. We is good to go.
That's all I'm saying. So it's just like, if we going out, like, if you taking me out, then, we going out. I mean, I'm not expecting to pay for it. But again, like I say, these new dudes, DJ Kenny G, now I don't know if you got any of these new dudes in your circle, but they don't want to, they don't want to pay for dates. They crying about the dates. They crying.
You know what? I can't really speak. My circle of friends is small and very,
so you don't
very professional. I know the guys that I hang out with, and we do talk from time to time. We're like from the old school. We believe in
chivalry.
It's chivalry, picking up the woman and, making the dates and arrangements and all that and paying for it. Now, if a woman decides that, sometimes it has happened in the past that they want to pay the bill, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But 9 out of 10 times, being the man that a man's supposed to be, cover the bill.
Hello,
DJ Kenny G, you got these new. Let me say, you got these new dudes out here.
That new generation.
They don't want to. And you got some of the grown 30 plus ones. You got some of them. You got a whole bunch of them up in there. And they gonna be in a new dude category too. They don't want to plan a date, let alone pay for a date.
Been taught right.
Don't ask to pick up.
Look at you when the bill come, push the bill over there to. I've had that done in a relationship. Really? I was so mad. Little titty boy. That bastard. Wow. So he was like, "Let's go out for breakfast." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I am hungry. You said let's go out for breakfast." So I was like, "Cool." So we get to the restaurant and stuff, and we order our food and everything. We eat our food and everything like that. The bill comes, and she puts the bill on the table, and this Negro puts it over to me. And I was like, "You said let's go out for breakfast." He was like, "No, remember you said." I was like, "God." I'm like, I know I got little issues. I got a little PTSD. I got a little high anxiety. I take a little nutty pill every now and again. But God dang it, I got a really good memory on a lot of stuff. And I'm like, I'm not stupid. I was like, oh, there's a ninja trying to play games. I'm like, okay, so it didn't end too well. I was like,
see, my thing is like being in a relationship with somebody. I don't mind taking him out. Like, if we're in a relationship, I don't mind taking you out and making you feel special because you take me out and you make me feel. In a relationship is reciprocate. It's supposed to be reciprocal. So I want you to feel just how you make me feel. So that's a relationship and you being together. These new dudes and you just easing in trying to get to know me. I need to be courted. And if that's not in your vocabulary, I'm cool. Listen.
But don't take me out.
I understand. I don't have no problem. Listen, I'm going to pay for it and I'm going to go ahead on and go. And you're going to be like, wait, Jay, where you go? Excuse me. Don't touch me.
Say don't touch you.
Don't touch me. You take it easy. All right. And that's gonna be the end of it. I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not about to get into all of that stuff. I'm just not.
We go out and then you order for me. I don't like that. Especially if it's like the first date, don't order for me. And then because I've had dudes that'll order for me and they look at my size and they figure, well, they don't want to tell me, well, you need to lose a little weight. So they start ordering salads and crap. Right. Don't order me no damn salad. I didn't come to eat a salad. I got salad at home and I don't want that, Or you start to, when I order something, you start to look at the price of what I've ordered. Then don't ask me out on a date and don't pick out the restaurant. If you want it, because I told one guy, listen, I see that you're pretty frugal. I'm trying to be nice. Right. I want to say, yes, it's cheap. But I said, you're pretty frugal. I know a lot of frugal places. I'm pretty frugal too. That's good. We can go to the frugal place, but they on the north side now. We got to drive a little distance to get to the frugal place. If you want to do that, we can do that. But because he took me out to this one Mexican restaurant and it was overrated, but like the margaritas were like $8 a glass, and the glass is about that big, right? And so he was so ticked that I was just like, dude, you paying for the name and the ambiance. I said, but this place down the street, they margaritas the big old fish bowl. You gonna pay like $40, but you gonna get this big fish bowl and you gonna be lit. You gonna be okay. So we could have just went there, split a fish bowl, and we'd have been good to go. And he was just like, no. So he was like, you want another? He didn't ask me if I wanted another drink. I ordered a drink, whatever. We ate our little food, whatever. And then when the waitress came back and asked me, did I want anything else? He's like, no, she's fine. I was like,
oh wow,
this cheap bastard.
Oh wow, I've never had that to happen. Like, I don't even drink, so I'm just like,
Oh, you've had,
but I've had the cheap date.
You've had the little $20 connection or the split the shrimp date.
You know what? And let me tell you, that was the last. You know what? Because, like I say, I'm not even an expensive date. Like, anybody knows I am not, because my favorite meal is like breakfast. So I'm more coffee, that type of thing. But like dinner, I'm not like, I don't drink, I don't eat steak and all that other stuff. So I'm pretty moderate with how I eat. Now, coffee, listen, hey, I'm gonna order all kinds of, because that's my favorite. Okay. But this guy, bless his heart, God bless his heart. Yes, Lord, he pulled it, kept pulling it with this sheet. And I was like, now, I know that this guy, I know he's not gonna keep bringing me here to this little restaurant. I say, my son bring me here, and I told him that. I said, my son always bring me here, hoping that would, deter him from bringing me there. So he always, I know this is your favorite. No, this is not my favorite spot. Okay,
my son can afford.
This is where my college son, my high school
he's on a budget.
Son brings me. Okay, exactly. So you as a grown man, you're not gonna keep bringing me here. This is what you're not gonna do. So the final straw was, we went out and he asked me, and I thought I just knew he was talking to himself, so I didn't answer the question. He was like, would $20 be enough? Because I got to go to the ATM. I said I didn't even answer because I'm like, I know good and well he ain't asking me that. So he goes into the ATM. So we go to the restaurant to order the food or whatever, and the restaurant only took cash. So I placed my order, and I can hear him gasping, like. And so when he went and he asked, how much the order was, it was almost $20. And so he paid for it and everything. He was like, well, I guess I'll just order me an order of fries then, because that's all the money. I'm sitting up here. I said, did this dude really just take out $20? And so he ordered the fries, and so they put everything all in the same bag. I rolled that bag up and put it in my purse. I didn't open that food until I got home. I'm like, you ain't getting no. So I didn't give him his fries. I didn't eat my food or nothing. I waited until I got home. And needless to say, that was just the last time. Not because, it was because of 20. I just don't like.
Plus, a cheap date.
Yeah, that was real cheap. I mean, I'm like, and I am not even an expensive date. I'm like, don't see. I felt like he was taking advantage of my niceness because I wasn't ordering all this, all this fancy stuff. Because I'm like, I'm not all that. I can't be extra, y'all, in my own little way. But that wasn't one of the ways. But I'm like, okay, if you can't do it, then listen, stack your paper up. Like, you shouldn't be dating. Like, if you can't afford it, sit your end down and work some extra hours, pick up you some extra shifts and all of this other stuff. Now, we have Maurice. He's saying, so does it matter where he works at? Does it matter? Do it matter, E? Because sometimes I ain't finna lie to you. Yeah, it will matter to me. Yeah. At this point in my life, yes, it matters. It matters a whole bunch, because if you not striving to make some moves, there's certain things that that's in the works, and you got to be able to play ball or sit on the bench. Mm-hmm. You can sit on a bench on somebody else's team, but I don't have no bench players on my team. So we got to be able to build and do these things together. So it's a certain position. Now with 2020 hitting, you got to be a little bit more understanding. Y'all do. Y'all got to be a little bit more understanding. Because a lot of people lost a whole lot of stuff. But if you've been at this same place and COVID ain't hit you, you ain't been displaced due to COVID. You just still there because of lack of ambition. You ain't finna have been the cashier for 20 years and you ain't moved up. Listen,
that's the thing. Like,
if you at McDonald's, that's cool.
It's cool.
Are you a manager?
What are you doing there? If you're still mopping the floors,
the same position
at McDonald's, and you're not mopping the floors because you own a cleaning business and your cleaning business has a contract for this location, you mop the floors because that's what you get paid $7.25 an hour to mop the floors at McDonald's, and you've been here for 20 years. Then no, I do too many things. No, you could have sold some ass and been better off.
Now, DJ Kenny G, tell us what. You a man? Come on, help us out. Are we wrong for thinking like that? Like, because again, I'm not knocking no man that's working, because if you working and you providing for you and your family, keep rocking out. I'm not knocking you, and I'm not saying stop doing it. I'm just saying for me, what I'm trying to do, that's going to be a conflict of interest. And I know it's going to cause some issues already going into the gate for me. So that's what I'm saying for me. But if you got somebody and y'all both, at the same level working to build and scale up, that's fine. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
You know what? I think in any given relationship, I don't think status quo should really matter because he might not have that high paying job. He might not have that city job. He might not be, if we want to call it a baller, where he's got money falling out of his pockets. You can get an average guy that's just gonna work every day, putting in the hours and sometimes put in overtime, driving a nice car, got a nice place, doing well for himself, and he can take you out and still have a nice time. So to put a label on the type of guy that you want to go out with and what kind of job title he has, that's no.
Okay,
you miss out on a good thing. Because even though he's at a level in his life where maybe he's been on this job for a while and he's doing very well for himself, but he's not a supervisor or a manager or a CEO or none of that, but he's still doing well for us. A lot of women overlook a brother like that.
Right, and he's doing well, but we use McDonald's as an example. If he's at McDonald's and he's still the cashier, he's not doing well for himself.
No, he's not.
So we're not talking about, every dude got to be a supervisor in his field or whatever. I'm not saying that, because the guy that you described is a guy that's doing something.
Yeah.
But the guy that's sitting up there just being complacent, and I guess that's the thing that would be for me an issue. You're complacent with what it is that you're doing, and you're not striving.
Trying to do better.
Where are your goals? Yeah. Like what? And because then here's what happens.
Yeah.
You don't, and I can only speak from my own personal experience because I've dealt with a man like that. If you don't have any goals, now I gotta stop what I'm trying to do. I gotta stop being an entrepreneur. I gotta stop my hustles because I'm making more than you. Yeah. So now it creates the issue because all your friends, you telling all your friends our business. And so all your friends know, oh man, she making more money than you, and you all. Now we got a problem. That's because you fine with working your job, and I don't knock that. You got a decent job, but I got a job and I'm working some other things. So it's like, if you don't have, it's the mindset. If you're not on the same page, I personally don't think that it's gonna work. But if y'all both happy with just being right there and y'all build together, then that's fine. But you can't be a go-getter woman and then, just
No,
you can't. You gotta meet her. You gotta meet her halfway. You can't be one of those guys. First of all, to tell your business, because if you got a woman that's doing that and she's doing so much for herself, you got to kind of try to meet her either halfway or try to almost be on that level. Whereas even though she's already established, a lot of guys get intimidated by a woman that's doing very well for themselves and don't know how to approach or even deal with a woman like that.
Right. And then it's like, and then from a woman's standpoint, it's like, okay, I like to think, I don't know, I got to ask. I talk to people, if, I like to think that I'm humble and, I feel like I am. Maybe I'm not, my sister on there, my sister, they'll tell me like it is. But I feel like, I'm approachable. I just like, man, work hard. We can work hard together, but I'm not gonna pull you and babysit you and all. I'm not about to do all that. Like,
I'm not a drill sergeant. I went to basic training, but I did not become a drill sergeant. So I'm not about to sit here and motivate you to get another position because clearly you don't want to do it for yourself. So what do I look like saying, come on, baby, let me fix your resume up so you can get this better position. If you don't come to me and say, you know what, I really want to do this new position at work, whatever. Can you assist me with my resume or whatever so I can get this position?
Right.
Then you're trying to do something. Right. Yeah. But if I gotta keep coaching you, we can do this because we on the same plane. But I gotta keep coaching you. I ain't got no pom-poms nowhere. I'm not a cheerleader.
Right. I gotta stop doing what I'm doing because you don't want me to go. But you knew that's who I am. You know that's what I do. So I'm like, okay, I like to be doing different things. I like to, see what's out there, what's cracking in the business. Oh no, you're gonna lose some money. Okay. They told me scared money don't make no money. So, that's just how I am. So while you sit up here oh, she want to eat this. I ain't finna take her to buy this. Listen, let's buy some stock. Forget the look.
Hello?
Can you buy me that stock? Can you buy me that index fund? Can you buy me that ETF? What? That's what I'm on. So your little dinners and your little trips don't look.
I can buy a 2 for 2 at the McDonald's.
I'm sure I'll tell you what you do with that 2 for 2 too. Two. I'll tell you what you do with that 2
2 for 20.
But again, I don't make it seem like, just because you're working, I work. Mm-hmm. And I work hard, I'm gonna be sleeping tomorrow, but you gotta have somebody that understands your hustle, that match the hustle. You both, if you a hustler, you need somebody that's hustling and a go-getter. If you somebody that's complacent and you cool with where you are, then you need to have somebody that can be compatible, because if you get one or the other and somebody not willing to change, it's going to be some problems. I just think it is, because if you have a go-getter and a complacent person, I don't know how that's going to work. Me personally, I don't know. Unless
it's not going to work. Because
it's like this person is going to always be looking for more. And then this one is going to be like, well, why you got to do all that, babe? We fine right here. Why you want the moon when we already got the stars? Why? Because I want it all. What's wrong? Did you not understand that I wanted it all? That causes problems. So you definitely have to be on one accord. So I ain't knocking nobody that work a job, and I work. And I got some other stuff that's going on. So it's like, listen, choose your poison. But what I'm saying is just make sure that you on one accord. But if it ain't nothing coming in, I don't even want to talk. I don't want to text. I don't want to go out to eat because I'm not hungry. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry because I'm mad. Because I ain't got no money. So I don't want to talk because and like I say, just feeling hungry.
This really set into your soul, huh?
It burns me up.
This is really set to
burns me up because, like I say, they sitting up there. You making how you pregnant, and we was just going through this.
Can you date? Well, though you're married though, but before you got married, could you date a female that just didn't have no job, no nothing? She just.
I think there was a couple of occasions that I did date a young lady that didn't have a job. I didn't mind being young and just being able to go out and having fun dating. It didn't really matter. But as you get older and mature and you start to realize, okay, I can't keep doing this because I'm taking out these women that ain't trying to do nothing to just spend my money and not calling them gold diggers, but never offering to buy this or never, willing to do this or do that. It's always me. It didn't last.
So is that a problem for men when you all go out like you're dating and a woman never offers to pay anything or offers to take you out? Is that a problem for men even today? And even back then, is that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem. This generation of what they call them, not baby boomers, because
millennials.
Them.
Them new people.
The new people. Their whole way of thinking now is more or less the women. They want the women to pretty much pay for everything. Now, I didn't raise my sons like that. I have two grown sons that are 32 and 28, and they know Dad does not, never taught them to be that way.
Right.
If you're gonna be a man from the start. Don't be. It's all right for a woman to pay sometimes, but as far as dating or whatever else that you might have in mind, you want to do with a young lady, going to concert or whatever, or having a good time, be prepared. So whatever it is you want to do, y'all can have a good time. Not coming,
fellas. You have heard it here, straight from the mouth of a man. We didn't say nothing. You heard it straight from a man. DJ Kenny G. Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have a few more hot topics to cover. Then we're getting into, should divorces be celebrated? These folks going crazy. Yes! You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families. One conversation.
But you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20 piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Yeah. Everything in me telling me don't let let you get away. Oh, no, no, no. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nail done, when you put that clone on. Why you gotta look so good, 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 good? With your hair done, nail done, when you put that clone on, girl. Why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me all that you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? With your hair done, nail done, when you put your clothes on. Why you gotta look so good, 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 good? It's something about you. When you put your clothes on, why you gotta look so good? When you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job, just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting them wrong one and all. Why you gotta look so good, 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 good? With your hair done, your nails done, when you put the clothes on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Stop. Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, simply E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kid.
Terrible southern accent.
Hey E, how you doing?
I'm great.
Good. I do what I can. Sitting next to sizzling, sexy, simply E, we have our guest for tonight. He's no stranger to the J Spot. This is family DJ Kenny G. Hey, DJ Kenny G, how you doing?
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Good.
I'm glad we got past COVID. We sitting right here, and we back on the air.
So do me a favor, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, how they can get in contact with you, how they can come on out to the Daily Plaza, and how they can hear you.
We just got a lot of things locked down. You can find me on my Facebook page at Kenny DJG Gardner. I'm going to be at the Daily Plaza as of next month, July 23rd. It's the first of 4 engagements at the Daily Plaza. I'll be there at noon doing the lunchtime mix. Then I also working on the Women's Black Expo and the Bud Billiken this year.
That's what's up.
Working on also starting next month, we're going to do the after work set at the Black Firemen's Brigade at 8400 South on Kids. We'll be doing something called Do What You Like Fridays.
Yes.
With the lip sync contest. So if you want to grab a mic and do what you do, show me what you got.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, listen, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all 3. Guys, listen, now, what do you guys think about this? This could be kind of gross and disgusting. But what do you think about, is this normal to share your toothbrush with your partner?
The hell? Well, I don't do that.
No.
Is that normal? Like, I mean, because
no, I don't share my toothbrush with my children. I birthed them. No, that's
they
just
like,
no.
well, we kissing cousins, so it's like, why not?
No.
Why not? Like, we already kissing, we already done, you kiss me, so it's like, what's wrong with that?
Would you do it? I got you to almost curse, huh? Oh, let it out. Let them use you. I got a bosh.
The answer is no. We will not be. We will not be
you can't
using.
See yourself just use the haboo.
No, you can keep your gingivitis and I'll keep mine.
Especially with the one who had the love.
Oh, Lord have mercy, God.
You don't want to do that.
No, never. Sure. No, we are going to keep our own toothbrushes and we are going to just, cleanliness is next to godliness. So you cleanse yourself before you get over here. You're not going to cleanse yourself and then cleanse yourself with my tooth. No.
If you like French kissing a person.
I do like tongue kiss. Yeah, I do. But you got the doggone and brush that, handle that, and wash that off before we come together.
You might just go ahead and just use the toothbrush.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
And I brush my tongue and everything, and I brush on my gums.
So then you clean it.
Huh, boo. If we're sharing a toothbrush, which should have never happened, I'm going first, and you can keep it. Would you?
No, we are not. No,
no sharing too.
We're not. No,
sharing beds with your wife.
But she keep her toothbrush. I keep my toothbrush.
It's some things that you just have to keep. Keep for yourself, and so that would not be that's not feasible. That's not going to work. I'm just a germaphobe. You need to have your germs off, as many of your germs as you can have taken care of before we get together. Then you definitely need to do that, please and thank you. But we will not be sharing of a tooth. Nah, we're not gonna be able to.
But look,
we're not gonna be able to do that.
And that's just like taking your floss. You want to share my toothbrush? Let me floss first, and I'm gonna let you use my used dental floss. How about that?
No, we not using
some nasty stuff. But I'm going first. That's just it. And I don't want it back. You can keep it. I promise you can keep it.
No,
I'm good on this. The Dollar Tree right around the corner. Let me go get this. I can scrap up a couple of change. I can find $1 from if I walk from the house.
We already close you. You can go ahead on it. No,
it's a lot of things we can do together. I can use the bathroom and you can come into the bathroom and I'm like, well, you come in, enter at your own risk.
You know what? I really, I like my bathroom time. I want to, I like my bathroom time. I don't,
I can do it.
I really don't want no company, but if you have to, then I'm okay with that. Yeah, but I like my time. I like that's the best place. And I just sometimes go in the bathroom, just staying there all day. Like you be on your phone and everything. I'm like, the bathroom is a cool place, but no, we're not sharing that. But speaking of phones, what did they say?
Brenda Taylor said, "No, you don't share each other's toothbrush. That's nasty." Did she put the
you're dirty.
And then Timothy Taylor said, from the earlier conversation, I would never date anybody if they don't have a job. That's like putting the cart before the horse. If a grown man is out here trying to date broke, your priorities are out of whack.
Absolutely. High five for the men that say that, because you got some of these new dudes and some of these older dudes is trying to be like they new dudes. They trying to be like these new dudes. I'm like, nah, you're not gonna be able to do that one right there, beloved. So no, we not gonna be able to do that one. But just now keep your little toothbrush and just make sure I'm already a germaphobe. I don't even like your street clothes laying in the bed. So listen, we'll be in divorce court so doggone fast. You come and get in that bed with your clothes on. Wait, Judge Lantola, here we come, because listen, did we discuss this before we even get them street clothes on the bed, and then you walking on the floor, and then you get in the bed with the socks on, it's over.
Yeah, I have an issue with that.
It's over. We have broken up. We are divorced. Listen, take this whole bed, and this whole relationship is over with. Well, what did he do? He got in the bed with them doggone socks on. He knew that job got little crumbs on. Okay. See, that's what we gonna break up for. We gonna be in divorce court for those type of reasons. You know,
walk around now with the socks on, and then you
gonna be like, what they gonna be like, what y'all arguing for? Cause I sat on the bed with my pants on that you just got out from outside and nah. Listen, when my son was a little baby, listen, get on my bed if you want to. Listen, I will throw you across this room. You done been all outside playing in the park. Then you want to come jump on it. Mama, wait.
Smelling like outside.
Right. I'm like, listen, you get on this bed. They will be calling DCFS on me because I promise you, I'm going to take you and I'm going to flick you right. Look, don't come get on this bed. And my son, he know today, that's exactly how he messes with me. He's like, I'm going to come deep. He told me he going to do a swanton bomb in my bed. When he come from outside, he going to be like, I'm going to come from being in the band and I'm going to just come swanton bomb. Okay. Then I'm gonna have a domestic violence charge up in here. I say because when you was little, it was DCF and it was child abuse. Now it's gonna just be upgraded to domestic violence. And so I'm like, I'm okay because you're doing this, and I'm like, you check my records, officer, because he already know. So technically, he premeditated his own hurting. He premeditated this. This didn't have nothing to do with me. This is just a reaction. So I'm just saying, just keep me, y'all keep me lifted. But we got some new people. Hey, Leticia, how you doing? Pretty Barbie, she says, sis, I'm totally agree. That's 100% doing way too much. Yeah, that Shannon the toothbrush. So we ain't gonna do all that.
You just go ahead and let them, you just clean your ear with your little Q-tip and, pass it.
We ain't doing
share
all
the
that.
other end of the Q-tip. That's just love.
So you guys, listen, if you loving on your person that much, you know what? I can't knock the kind of love that y'all have, but my love don't run that deep. So, it just don't run that deep. So, guys, our final hot topic, which is going to lead into our topic for tonight. So, the final hot topic is it too much? So, after the divorce is final, the lady, she put a huge sign on the front of her lawn, finally divorced. Is that too much? Is that too much? I mean, she brought out the champagne and the balloons and all of this. Is that too much to celebrate?
Hello, exactly. No, it's not too much.
All the way from the other side. Look, all the way from the other side of the radio. She's like,
high five on you, sis.
Which will lead into our topic tonight. Guys, tonight we're talking about, should divorce be celebrated? So, first of all, let's talk about what is divorce.
Tell your ass bye.
According to an online source, divorce is the legal dissolution of a marriage by a court or other competent body. According to an online source, about 40 to 50% of married couples in the United States get divorced. The rate for subsequent marriages is even higher. So, with those being the stats, 50%, first of all, do you think that people are throwing in the towel too soon when they're, being married? I've never been married, so I have to kind of.
It's 50% now because COVID made it,
It's probably 70%.
It was probably 20% before COVID, and everybody had to go back home to their spouses and stuff and be stuck looking at each other's faces for how many months we were stuck in the house, and
more
it was
than 12. Yes,
oh
Lord.
no!
Yes.
So, but listen, if you celebrate getting married. You celebrate these birthdays. You're so happy. You throw your bridal shower and stuff. You throw your bachelor party and everything. You got the stripper coming and stuff. And now, this person that made you so damn miserable. Why not celebrate getting rid of that person? So bring on the strippers.
Because you made a promise to
the hell. And he should have promised not to
worse.
make. And he said, no, listen.
Right?
No, because the fine print that y'all got to pick up your magnifying glasses up in there. I read it that day. It says, if his ass makes me miserable, I can divorce and throw a big bomb ass party. DJ Kenny is DJ. And that's what it says. I swear that's what it says.
He's going to bring Black Ice.
He's bringing Black Ice, Rico, Michael Jackson performing. We is doing the fool that day. Damn it. And that's what it says. It's in there. It's in the word.
So now what do you think, DJ Kenny G? Is that going too far? Like, are people throwing in the towel too soon for marriages? Because if you don't mind me asking, how long have you been married?
30 plus years.
See, they throwing in the towel too long. You tell us the secret. 32. That's too long.
Is there a secret? No, there's no secret in being married to someone. It's just it's a 50-50 type of thing. You have to compromise in order for things to work out. I've actually done some divorce parties. I've actually DJed some divorce parties.
Oh, so, have you?
Yeah. So, a lot of people get married for the wrong reason. Mm-hmm. It's not about love. Well, it is about love, but a lot of people look at it as if you're marrying somebody and they're so well maybe already established and they got this and I can get that if I marry this person. Mm-hmm. People are not really getting married for love anymore. It's for what they can get out of it.
Right.
And it don't last.
No.
So that's the wrong reason to get married from the start. So it's not going to last.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So when throwing in the towel, when you think about even those situations, okay, you still made a vow. So, okay, I can acknowledge I didn't get married for the right reason. I'm in this ish. Now let me try to make the most of it. We don't have that type of
there's only so much madness I'm going to take. I'm not, if I say I didn't get married for the right reason, which when I first got married, I only been married once. And so when I got married, it was for the right reason. But I should have paid attention to what he told me. He told me he was going to make me miserable if he married me. And he succeeded in it.
He told you that?
He told me. And so I figured it was at that time. So we didn't get married then. We waited a year. And then, we got married or whatever. Right. And he made me freaking miserable.
Wow.
And I don't think intentionally he did it, but he made me miserable. So when it was time for me to get out and he was like, well, I'll never give you a divorce. The hell? I had an old client tell me, sweetie, don't turn in that marriage certificate. Don't do that. Yeah. Leave it alone. Because when you want to leave out that marriage, you can walk away from it and you don't have to worry about going through the divorce. I was like, So I never turned it in to the state. I just left it alone or whatever. And so when I left, he was like, I'll never give you one. I'm typing up a divorce decree and trying to get everything legalized for him. I'm not signing that. I said, you sure about that? He's like, yeah. I said, okay, well, by the state of Illinois, our marriage is not even recognized. He was like, what? I said, we never got the license. I can walk away from this mess.
Okay.
And he was pissed. Okay. But if I get married again, I went in the first time for the right reasons. I'm going to go in the second time for the right reasons. Don't make me miserable. But if you tell me I'm going to make you miserable, or if I feel signs that, you know what, this is not it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not that hard up that I need to be married. I'm okay.
So we have LaDonna Gardner. Is this your wife?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I like this. And she said the Bible states that you can only get divorced if you have cheated, that you can get a divorce. That's the only reason why you can be divorced. Good. And so I definitely believe that. And I totally understand what you're saying, E, because, I had a similar situation. I've never been married, but I was engaged, real.
She said, do it at the altar.
She left his hands at the altar.
Oh, you didn't. Wow.
When I say I was real engaged, I was real engaged, not just,
stopped it like 2 days before.
So I was real engaged. So I used to always be, that's E over here. So I was real engaged. So I know some people be like, oh, we planning on getting married and we getting married. No, I was engaged, the venue book, everything passed the pay for the food, everything.
Everybody was so beautiful. People, I had my outfit picked out.
People literally on their way to the wedding, and I called it all. And you know what? That was the best decision that I ever made. And I got to be honest about that because, first of all, like you said, he said some things to me that really, I'm just like, man, I couldn't shake it. And my thing was this. I saw myself leaving him because of how things were going. I saw myself leaving him and we hadn't even got married. And I'm just like, well, wait a minute. Why go through the marriage? Why even go get married when you see yourself leaving him? And he told me that he would marry me, just so that he could divorce me, but he knew that I didn't believe in divorce, so I wouldn't be able to get remarried or whatever. And that kind of stuck with me. And so even though he said that, like, in the time, like one of the times, like we had an argument or whatever, it still was something that stuck to me, because I'm just like, you know what? It take a special kind of frame of mind. Like, it's just certain things I feel like you just don't say without you really have thought that through. And so it's some situations that happen. And so I'm just like, you know what? This ain't, it's not going to work. Like, I don't want to do this. And, and I did let him know. And, here it is. It's like, it is what it is. So I'm like, that's been years ago. And like I say, it's been the best decision. Like, I didn't think, this one right here, it takes her and my sisters now to just, have a full-fledged. Also, I called it off. It was like 2 or 3 days before.
There was 2. I knew. I was like, oh, Jay's getting married. I pulled out the outfits. I had my husband's suit laid out. I had my outfit. Oh, I'm going to look cute. Got the nails done and everything. This is great. And I get a call from her sister. Yeah, Etra. I was like, what's up? Yeah, it's Tanya. Yeah, wedding's called off. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, Jay called off. I was like, this one, I get to talk to this chick right here. I was looking forward. I was going to have, that girl going to get an eat on and everything.
I'm telling you, but it was like, it was the best decision. So it was just like, man, it was a weight lifted off of me. And I'm just like, going back, I mean, I do value and respect the sanctity of marriage. And so I'm like, all of this. And here's the thing, what I realized in doing that, there was signs right there before we even got married. Yeah. So it was, I had the choice. I had the choice to ignore it and say, you know what? Oh man, all these people done came, all this. My peace of mind is worth more than all of that. So you can talk what you want, because it was some talk. How's she gonna do that? Same reason why you and your husband been married for 20 years. Y'all sleep in separate bedrooms. Same reason why your husband left you for a white woman. Same reason why you got a baby outside your marriage. That's how I did it. So if we want to talk, let's come on have a conversation. Because what you're not going to keep doing is talking slick and then think, at least I got out of it. Mm-hmm. You still stuck in yours. You wish that you had did what I did to free yourself. So it's like, I'm not gonna say wait till you get, That's what I'm saying is, if you see signs beforehand, then don't do it.
Well, people will see the signs and stuff, but we'll just, you
ignore it. You get the option to ignore. Like,
oh, he's the one or she's the one. We have all these similarities and stuff. They're my soulmates. Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's no easy thing. So it's like, again, having never been divorced, I don't know how it feels to, say that to be free from somebody, but I sure doggone it know how I felt not going through that. I'm just like, whoo, that dodged the big one right there. So again, we got Leticia. She's saying, I've never been married either. And I was real engaged too. LOL. Man, that real engaged is real serious. So it's just like, you gotta be ever ye so mindful. So it's like, when you getting divorced, should it be celebrated?
Yes. Yeah, Yes. Especially like his wife said, if someone cheats, and that's in the Bible, then celebrate. Listen, that bastard cheated. That perfect Nugan cheated. We throwing a party. I'm burning all his stuff. I'm burning all her stuff. These are the pictures of the whole. This is the picture of his little bastard. Have your boys over, throw out some cigars, have some shots and stuff. Bring on the strippers. I don't really like strippers because you're not going to sling your little steaky dingling in my face. And I'm not going to give you $1. But my friends may like some strippers. So we're going to do it up. Yes, we're going to have a ball.
I say this, if use the same energy, because some divorces are bittersweet. Some people, don't want the divorce and all this and that. But if y'all was making each other miserable, then, to each his own. But I think as far as I would rather fight for it until I can't fight no more. But if it's situations prevent me from being,
so if he cheated,
see, I'm my forgiveness love, my standing for cheating. I've already done that, so I've already experienced how I feel to forgive somebody and stay for cheating. I think I'm probably all out of forgiveness in that area. I'm probably all over that, so we're gonna have to come with something new because I'm like, I can forgive, but I'm probably gonna have to move on. I'm just at this point, unless you want to revenge cheat, but that'll be a whole different. See, I'm just,
and that's how it goes. Like you'll do a tit for tat thing,
and it's not. In all honesty, it's not. Like, value the sanctity of marriage. Know why you getting married, and know that person that you're getting married to, and know what you're getting married for. If you know that you don't have that type of skin to make things work, and compromise, because marriage is a lot of give and take, and going into not always knowing that we're gonna like each other, understanding it's gonna be some days that I don't like you. It's gonna be some days that you don't like me. But you take your crazy behind in this end of the house. I'm gonna take my crazy behind in the end of the house. But tonight, we coming back because we not sleeping in those separate rooms. Because the moment you start sleeping away, in my opinion, that's when the demise of your relationship, because we should be able to come together, even if we mad. Listen, we sleeping together. We sleeping in the same room. Ain't nobody sleeping separately.
Y'all sleep separately when y'all mad.
I've done it.
I ain't sleeping separately. But guys, listen, DJ Kenny G, tell everybody where they can get in contact with you at.
Okay, you can get in contact with me. You can find me on Facebook at Kenny DJ G Gardner. It basically tells you where I'm from month to month, from week to week. That's the easiest way to find me. Also, you'll find me on my fans page at fans page DJ Kenny G. I got a lot of things coming up starting in July, Daily Plazas to kick it off. But again, Kenny DJ G Gardner is the easiest and the fastest way to find me.
And we'll have his information posted on our page at the J Spot. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, E. Thank you, B. Until next time, you guys. Peace out. Good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hitting the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.